Well, hello there, ladies and gents. I'm Tammy Sipniewski, your crypto queen. Thank you so much for popping by my channel. Please know that this is not financial advice. I'm only here to remind you to buy on red candles. Out of the history of my channel, I would say the cryptocurrency that I get the most requests for, of course, is VVS token because I was covering it since its inception, which was about 2 years ago. Now, let's talk about some of the pros and cons of VVS. The con being that when VVS token initially launched, you could get 1 million VVS tokens for about $140. To get that same 1 million tokens today is only going to run you about $2.50. So that's a huge price discrepancy from where we started and where we are today. Now, one of the things that I'm upset about with VVS, I mean, of course, everyone can get down on any one project when the price absolutely plummets like that. But let's be fair here. Let me hit up the chart here so you can see where we started and where we are right now. It's a huge difference. One of the pros for VVS, of course, you can purchase it on crypto.com, which is a major exchange, one of the top exchanges, in my opinion. So that's a huge pro for VVS. But if we look at the price here, like you can't even say that we're accumulating, okay? Because when you're accumulating, you stay at a certain price point and you kind of just hang out there at the same place. We don't have any accumulation here. It's constantly dropping down, dropping down, dropping down. Like, a few months ago, it was $5 a million, and now we're like half of that. So, when I think of the pros that were on the crypto.com exchange, we can go down here on CoinMarketCap to see exactly how much activity is going on with VVS token on any one of these exchanges that it's on. It's on Gate.io, it's on BitGet, and of course, the big one, crypto.com. And we can see here a 24-hour volume of $22,000 on crypto.com. That's not that much money, people. And it seems like BitGet actually is getting the most volume, 62,000, but I think they just started a partnership with BitGet Wallet. There's probably why that one is so elevated today. But, you would expect a huge exchange like that, the numbers would be even higher, but it's not. Now, if you're like me, I've been accumulating VVS token ever since it launched. And I just don't leave it on the exchange. What I do is I shift it on over into the DeFi wallet. I go to the VVS DApp and I just got my tokens in a glitter mine. It just sits there and it constantly accumulates more VVS token every single day. I get more and more and more VVS tokens, which is great, except for it's not that many, right? I think I get like 3,000 tokens a day. Of course, all of that is going to depend on how many tokens you have sitting in there, but I don't care, right? Like I bought these tokens when they were super expensive, and now the value of my mine is, I think it's only a couple $100. It's basically, it's nothing, but I have it sitting there and I'm just going to let it sit there forever. Now, VVS token, they really could do, I don't know who's running the team over there. They need to do a better job as far as communicating with the community, what they plan on doing, what's going on. I visited their Twitter and I listened to one of the most recent spaces that they had. Now, it wasn't an official VVS space. It was one of their ambassadors that had done a space and they reposted it. So I think VVS could get more ambassadors. I think that they could host more spaces to get more information out, because if you go to their Twitter, there's really not too much communication there as far as, some of the new partnerships that are in the pipeline, what's going on with VVS. And in that space, the ambassador, of course, ambassadors, they're generally paid, right? So these are probably people that are paid by VVS token to host these spaces and to talk up and chat up the project. And what they were saying is that the price between VVS and Chronos is correlated. And they feel like once the price of Chronos starts going up, that the price of VVS is going to go up too. I don't necessarily believe that's true. Yes, crypto.com in their DeFi wallet, one of their dApps is VVS token, but I don't believe that there's a huge price correlation between the two at all. Now, when I went back, because it's been a long time since I went to the light papers of VVS, I was really surprised to see that they really have not done a good job as far as taking care of their own light papers. Here, let's go here. This is the roadmap that is off their light papers. Okay, we've been through all of this before. I went through their light papers when I was first talking about VVS, and I looked at the roadmap because I want to know what's going on. Should I buy more at this point? Like, do I dollar cost average even more into VVS? I mean, of course I have, because it's so cheap at this point. But, should I make a bigger investment and just tuck it into the mines? And I came down here to see, what's going on with the roadmap? What do we have in store? What are we doing? The roadmap on their own light papers is for 2022. It's supersonic gold. We're 3/4 of the way done with 2023, and they haven't even updated their light papers since last year. So that's super depressing. And, I know a lot of people have the moles. That is the NFT collection that's associated with VVS token, those minor moles. I never bought one. I'm not into the whole NFT thing. I have NFTs that either people sent me or, I bought on a whim, stuff like that. But I don't have any of those minor moles. I don't know what the value of those are right now. They're supposed to increase if you're, staking them. I don't do any of that, so I'm not familiar with it. But I wonder, what they're worth now, what they were when they were first launched, and what can you get a minor mole for now? Probably not that very much, right? So VVS was one of the big dApps off of crypto.com, the DeFi wallet. You go there now, there's a lot more projects that are on there. Tectonic is on there. They have other things that are on there. They used to have a dollar value. When you launch the dApps, you'd be able to see exactly how much money was in each one of these platforms. They're not doing that anymore. And VVS token used to be the top one. It always had the most cash in there. Of course, with the price it is today, I don't even know how much is in there. But, because it is so cheap at $2.50, it doesn't hurt to buy a couple extra million and just stick it in my mine, and I'm going to let it just sit there and marinate. When I say I'm going to dollar cost average, and I'm not talking about buying thousands and thousands of dollars worth. No freaking way. Maybe I'll buy like $20 worth and just add that to my mine. Because if you have a glitter mine, you can constantly add to that mine. You could just constantly stick more and more and more in there. And I like doing that anyway, because I like to get my tokens off exchanges. It's in the DeFi platform. So technically, it's still not you're having custody of your own tokens. The only way that you could truly do that is if you stick them in a cold storage wallet. But I do like getting it off the exchange, because let's say something happens to an exchange, you're stuck. We've seen this happen with like FTX and Voyager and all the problems that are associated there. So it is a good idea. If you do buy VVS, let's say you're someone new. Okay, you're just getting into VVS token. Let's say you purchased a few million. Let's say you bought $20 worth, whatever. That's going to get you probably like a little less than 10 million tokens. Switch them on over, get them into the DeFi wallet, get them into the VVS platform, and stick them in a glitter mine. It doesn't hurt to just have them sit there, and you accumulate more. And of course, you can pick the mine that you're going to use. When I first started doing this, VVS token was considered the governance token. Now they have this XVVS, which is I guess, the new governance token. However, if you go to their website, their light papers, it still says that VVS is the governance token. So they have a lot to do with informing the community, updating their own sites. They even have a Medium site. And if you go on that Medium site, like, they've not published anything recently. I think they have to stay on top of that. At least the people that have been into VVS long term, which would be, it's only like 2 years old, but at least keep us informed. What's coming down the pipeline? What is it that you think the price point is going to be at once the bull market really starts to kick in? And, this is not the bull market. I don't think the bull market is truly going to kick in until 2024, if we're lucky, if everything continues to go okay in the economy. But if something happens bad with the economy, I think the potential of crypto can go way, way down is pretty strong, because anyone that's in a bad financial position and they have cryptocurrency and they need cash to live, the first thing they're going to start selling off is probably going to be their cryptocurrency, just so that they have money to pay rent, buy groceries, or what have you. So hopefully the economy stays strong, and the bull market will really begin in 2024. So yeah, that's my thing here with VVS. I think that they need to do a better job communicating and looking for some new investors, not just counting on the investors that they already have to dollar cost average and buy some more tokens to bring their average down. I'd like to see more Twitter spaces. I'd like to see them post more, do some more Medium articles. I don't go on Telegram. I don't know what's going on over there at Telegram, but hopefully they're more active on Telegram than they are on Twitter. Anything would be an improvement, as to what's going on Twitter. So hopefully that'll be the case. Well, thank you so much for watching me. And until next time, remember, try to only buy on those red candles, and please take care of yourself. Bye.